So if you have kidney problems and then you say, hey, that one, it decreased. Because your own sickness went to your kidney, it did not go to your brain. Does not make you any way better than the one that unfortunately their own is in the brain. Hello guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new to my channel, hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Summer. So in this video I want to talk about the rumor that's going around about Genevieve. I call it a rumor because her team or her family or whoever, you know, that are involved with her have not come out to say it. So let me call it a rumor. But sometimes, you know, they're saying that there's no smoke without fire. So maybe it's true, maybe it's not true. So I really have to put that out there just in case. So regardless, if it ends up being true or if it ends up not being true, whatever I'm about to say, I think is still relevant. It's an important information. It's something important to talk about. So the rumor that is going around is that, you know, initially there was the first one that everybody spoke about this that was going around was the obvious one that her Instagram account, she unfollowed everybody, deleted all her posts. I don't know if it's deleted or made private. When I saw that it was being shared even on the news and all of that, I went to her Instagram and I saw truly what was said was true. And I was like, oh wow, that's great, because some people can choose. What came to my mind is that anybody can choose to say, okay, you know, I want to break from social media, I want to walk away from social media, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. I see me doing something like that. Like, okay, when I see something like I understand when people choose to say, okay, that's it, I'm done with social media, I want to go and become completely private and live my life out there. I think it's a beautiful thing to do. So when I saw that, I was like, oh yeah, that's good for her, like, you know, peace of mind and, you know, all of that, and whatever, you know, private way she wants to live her life. I was like, that's good, like, good for her. But then this rumor started trickling in that she's not mentally okay. It is actually her people that did whatever was done on her Instagram because they were worried about what she may post. I think some people, there were some places said there were a few things she posted that were kind of off, so they took her phone off her, they took internet and her phone and everything off her. So they're basically trying, her people are the ones trying to keep her off social media, and that as we speak she's somewhere in America receiving treatment in there's a psychiatric hospital and all of that. So I decided, when I heard this other aspect of it, I decided let me make a video to speak, because there are people that have seen it as an opportunity to share stories that cannot be confirmed. I put it like that because that's what it is. You know, some people have started saying, oh, she was taking drugs, so the drugs have messed up with her head. So there's so many, you know, speculations and everything. I personally haven't seen her taking drugs, so I don't know if that is the news I should believe. Do you know what I mean? And all of that. But I don't think that finding out or a story or rumor of somebody having mental health issue is a good time for people. You know, there's never a good time for people to make up stories. Let me even put it out there. But when something like this happens, I feel like it's very insensitive to cook up stories as in, oh, she was taking drugs, or she was this, or she was that. You know, it's not right to do that. I just feel like it's so immoral to do that. It's not okay. It can never be okay, regardless. And something else I want to address is that people always assume, a lot of our people, I speak for Nigerians, you know, I bet, you know, when I do that, some people will be like, oh, I'm from Kenya, it's the same thing in my country. But the thing is, if I generalize, some people may be like, oh, speak for your country is not the same in my country, so let me speak about my country, Nigeria. So I feel like it's very, what was that? Our people make the mistake of thinking someone has a mental health problem, they must have done something wrong. They must have done that, they must have done that, they must have done that. That's not how mental health issues come. So mental health issues are genetic. Like it runs in families, right? So mental health issues can come from stress. It may run in a family, but you'll be more predisposed because of your family history. It can happen. Just like high blood pressure can run in families, and you can be the healthiest and the whatever you can be, you exercise and everything, and you can still have high blood pressure because you are predisposed to it, because it's genetic, it's in your family, right? People forget. I made a video when there was previously, actually I'll link that video, a lot of you can check it out, and I addressed, you know, this whole Genevieve, but it wasn't coming this way that time. It was kind of different, but it was a bit of an angle that I think is still relevant. I'll remember to link it. So people forget that just like You have the heart, you have the lungs, you have the livers and the kidneys, you have all these other parts of the body. The same way we have the brain. The heart can be sick. The liver can be unwell. Your stomach can be sick. Any part of the body can be unwell. But our people realize that, yeah, that part of the body can be unwell. Oh, yeah, that one can be well. But our people do not recognize or do not realize the fact that the same way other parts of the body can be unwell, the brain can be unwell too. And it can happen to anyone. So before you are laughing at her and say, hey, you don't know what awaits you the next day. Nobody knows. It can happen to anyone. You see, we come from a culture where mental health issues are stigmatized. You say don't decrease. I know you say don't be mad. And then they put spiritual angle. They put this. But at the same time, when people have, what's it called? They hear somebody had a stomach ulcer. They are quick to realize that it's an illness that can happen. High blood pressure, diabetes, any other kind of health problem, people. But when it comes to the brain, hey, you don't decrease. Here, Nnaji, they talk, say, so. It becomes something people do not realize that the brain is exactly the same like every other part of the body that can be sick. So if you have kidney problems, and then you say, hey, that one, it decrease. Because your own sickness went to your kidney, it did not go to your brain. Does not make you any way better than the one that unfortunately their own is in the brain. You know why the mental health is a bit more painful? When I say painful, and when families get to watch their family member with mental health problems, is this: if you have problem with your kidneys or with your liver or with whatever, you have the mental capacity to seek help, to do something, to express what is going on. But when people lose the brain, the ability to reason rationally and everything, to even the ability to seek help, to look after themselves, is a problem. That is why mental health problem, it puts people at a very terrible disadvantage, because it damages their ability to look after themselves. There are people with diabetes walking around as if nothing. They know how to take their insulin. They know how to check their blood sugar levels. They know how to do all of those things, and they are dedicatedly doing it. But someone with mental health problem, some of them refuse to take their medications. Some may not even remember to take it because they are not mentally okay to look after themselves. That is one big, massive disadvantage they have over you, that you have diabetes, you have other problems, that makes you feel so privileged to point at them and say, hey, look, you don't decrease. Our people need to, this stigmatization of mental health problems needs to stop. We need to be educated about mental health problems. I know of a doctor once that was working in the hospital I used to work, and I can't remember what was going on, but that day we're kind of chatting and stuff like that. Sometimes when it's not busy, we're sitting at the nursing station and we're all chatting. I can't remember how the conversation came, and he talked about when he was a student, and then there was this the consultant in this psych hospital where he was training, and he said this consultant, was well respected. Professor, he was called Professor so, well respected, well educated, well knowledgeable about mental health problems and everything. That particular hospital that he worked in and where he trained these students, that many years later he went there, that same professor that used to take them around was now a patient of the same hospital. I can't say, I get emotional. The same hospital. And he said he looked at him, he was just roaming in the compounds of the psychiatric hospital where he was this respected professor, and he was walking around, pacing around in the gardens. He had all the training, he had all the knowledge, he had everything. But you see, mental health problems have no respect for anybody. It can happen to anyone. So I think the best way I can explain my video is this: I want to destigmatize mental health problems, because our people stigmatize it too much. This is not a time. When you see some of the comments, I'm going to be honest, a lot of people are sympathizing. Let's not forget, this is what we're hearing. If it ends up being that it's true, this message I'm sharing is still important. If it ends up not being true, the message I'm sharing is still important. That is why I'm sharing it. The purpose of this video is to destigmatize mental health issues. Our people need to stop some people, some comments and some stuff on social media will make your eyes water, will make you cry. The way some people can hear a rumor, that's what I call it at the moment, about somebody being unwell, and they think they can laugh at her. Oh yeah, for all the money she made, for all this, for all the that, for all the that. You don't know what your tomorrow is. You don't know what your future is. So before you point at somebody and laugh at them, that could be you tomorrow. That's really what I want to say in this end. That's really all I want to say in this video. I really hope we can reflect and begin to rethink our thinking and begin to think twice before we do some things that we do. That's how I feel about it anyways, and I wanted to quickly come and share with you guys. As always, whatever your opinions are, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. With that, I'm going to say thank you for watching. Until the next time, guys. Bye-bye. Bye.